What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our Final Fantasy X HD Remastered Platinum Trophy walkthrough. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Hopefully you really like these videos. I apologize for the lack of finishing this this walkthrough and posting any videos in almost 2 months. Unfortunately, life gets in the way sometimes, but that should be all set now, and there shouldn't be too much more left to do. Last video we finished the monster arena, so all that is left to do is the Omega Ruins, which technically we don't have to do anything in the Omega Ruins. We finished what we needed to there, and the super bosses, the Dark Aeons, and then finishing the game. So we only have 3 more trophies left to get. We also got Kamari's Nova Ronso Rage, which was the other thing we did. Alright, so let's put on our no encounters. I will be getting Yuna, Riku, Kamari, and Lulu. Their break HP limit armors. One of the Dark Aeons we can farm, and they like to drop those armors. Or armors with those abilities already. So that's what we're going to try to do. I'm not sure in this video if we're going to take on all of the Dark Aeons yet or not. We'll see how things go.
Your count.
But we will try. Okay, Mega Ruins.
Here we go.
Alright, so we finished everything else here. We have our this is the chess game. There we go. That's weird. That I spoke about quite a few videos back. About it. It's, in my opinion, it's not worth the time and effort. You can get some cool items, but you could either make them yourself or just get them somewhere in general. So it's not the best item. I mean, technically, is the 99 warp stones, but to do that, it's it is a crazy amount of manipulation that's just not worth the time, in my opinion. But so anyway, here we have the Omega Ruins. Even with no encounters, there are there are fixed encounters in the lower part of the cavern. Okay. Just want to check something real quick. I don't have on my no encounter armor, but that's fine for right now. We're almost there.
You're kidding.
And this is ultimate weapon. Now, he looks pretty crazy. They use the Nemesis skin, just change things a little bit. So you can steal.
I'm running if you are.
Do I have her? Oh. So you can steal 20 Doors to Tomorrow's as a rare steal, 10 if you're just doing the common. And he only has 99,999 HP, so one attack will do. But we're going to try to bribe him for 2 million gil. I like how he just runs away. That's why it's funny. And we get 99 pendulums. This is by far the easiest way to get them. If you...
That was not Omega. Just a shadow born from Omega's wrath.
What, so the main man's still around? Come on out, Omega!
When we meet, I will send it.
Okay, so what I was starting to get at is you can get, this is by far the easiest way to get pendulums, and pendulums are how you teach Master Thief, or put Master Thief onto an armor. We only had 2 left. I just like bribing them. You can get them from battling Knee Slug as a common drop, or you can bribe Master Tomberries, which is really inefficient. 4 of them will cost you almost 1 million gil. Whereas you can, for 2 million, you can get 99 from Omega. So, as the game stated, though, that wasn't Omega. That was just a shadow of Omega. So we still have some work to do. And he dropped an MP limit, MP break MP limit armor. He can drop a double overdrive weapon. So we'll get rid of that. Okay. So down here, there's still a lot of encounters. And there are fixed fights that happen on each one of these little yeah. And you can see that puff of purple smoke. Orin doesn't have haste, but he has first strike still, so that's all we need. As he's using his no encounters, because you can still get encounters here on these little pathways. You can capture these monsters if you need to still.
It's over.
Cool. All right. It's funny they did it to Orin, who doesn't have haste at the moment, so. It's very long road to the cavern. And I'm actually going to put his ribbon armor on before bad breath. Although I should have just attacked him because, yeah, I forgot that Malboros have less than 100,000 HP. Okay.
It seems we rate his personal attention now.
I remember Omega is an unsent who came here to train and then never left. So, Omega weapon in the original version was a pushover. It had its stats were cut in half. It only had 99,999 HP. So, at this level or this stat level, I could just would be able to one-shot it. However, when they did the HD Remaster version, they upped its stats and actually upped its HP from 99,999 to 999,999. So it made it a lot more challenging. At this rate, though, unfortunately, it's still a pushover this late in the game. But you can steal Gambler Spirits 30. That's both the rare and common. And then he drops equipment with triple overdrive for the weapon, or break HP limit for armor, so we might be able to get one here. And his drops are both common and rare, are level 4 key spheres, 3 of them. He is similar. They kind of use the same. Well, obviously they use the same skin. They just change things a little bit with Ultima, Omega, and Nemesis. But this fight is similar to the Nemesis fight, just with a lot less HP. Where it's scripted in the sense of certain attacks Omega uses add to a counter in the background. And when that counter reaches 30, it uses Nova. Similar to, again, what Nemesis uses, just not nearly as strong. This is the other way to get Kimahri to learn his Nova Ronso Rage. You can get it from Omega, but once you defeat Omega, it's gone for good. Whereas Nemesis, you can fight it as many times as you want. Okay, so really that's not much to say. Again, we're really overpowered, so I'm pretty sure I can just use Wakka's attack reels, but this is fine too. And again, you don't have to do any of this for any trophies. The only thing that actually here that you need, and that was it. The only thing that's here that you actually need is the Elbed Primer, which is at the very beginning of the dungeon. But it's also a cool thing, the way the fight ends. He turns into Pyreflies.
Find your peace on the far plane. Leave Spira to the living.
Funny words coming from Orin. And unfortunately we didn't get a break HP limit for someone, but that's okay. Stone Proof is cool. That's already that. We got triple overdrive. Okay. Oh. Not sure why I don't have. Alright, so we're going to save, and just because I want to show it off, and I can, we're going to put down our no encounters bracer, and as you saw in that cutscene, There was a chest as Orin was walking away and speaking. So if you want to, grab one more spoils, or one more spoil. This goes to, this goes around to more chests. This is where the glyph is. This is just how you get to a little. This one will go up to. And just for a teleport sphere. And this is the other way you can get to the lift. And all this way, so we can see the room. But to get this chest, and it's just a magic sphere. Simple little magic sphere. Same one that drops by the jumbo flan that we grinded back in the monster arena. Alright, so that's all set. Seeing as how we still have quite a bit of time. Now we have to run all the way out of here, though. this side. There was a chest as well. Normally there's encounters here too. Yep, and a friend sphere. Alright, that was the Omega Ruins. Alright, now you can do the Dark Aeons in pretty much any order, but you have to beat all of them to get to the final the final boss, kind of, or final side quest boss. So let's head to be saved.
Here we go.
Okay. I honestly don't remember what the like kind of lore or story behind the Dark Aeons are in this. And I don't remember, like, where they came from, kind of. To be honest, but I think it was meant to be based off their dialogue. Part of, like, Yevon trying to stop us. Okay. We'll just flee from any battles from here on out. And you could have fought some of these much sooner or earlier, but they are very tough.
Infidel! Prepare to charge!
Okay, so Dark Veil 4 is the easiest. It has 800,000 HP. Common steel is X Potion. You can see on Elixir as a rare steel. They drop Dark Matter as a common drop, and then a Master Sphere as a rare drop. Weapons it drops can have First Strike, Fire Strike, Lightning, Water, Ice Strike, Break Damage Limit. And then armor can have Auto Regen, Break HP Limit, or Ribbon. So she has the same kind of moves. She has a physical attack. She has Sonic Wings, which does a delay, just like our Veil 4 does. And then Energy Ray, which is magic damage to the party. But all three are very souped up, and they can do as much as are very souped up if you don't have high stats. And also, too, if its overdrive gauge gets filled, Dark Veil 4 will use Energy Blast, which is about 50,000 damage to the party, and it ignores all your stats. So you don't need max HP to beat these bosses, as long as you can time things properly, like with your other stats and stuff, or if you have high enough stats. But it's not too bad. I don't think I'll be able to show it off, but actually, let's see. Let's go for it, for the lulz. You can see why, if you're not hitting for 99,999, you're not, speed isn't, or agility isn't up there. These can be really tough battles. So, yep, there's 50k. But, like I said, one last attack would have done it. I think Wakka's attack rails would have done it. I think it does max damage. But on that turn, I could have just summoned an Aeon and ate the hit, something like that. If I'm not using, if I don't have max HP, if I only have 9,999, there's definitely ways around it. You just have to, change your strategy based on your own stats. And we got 2 Dark Matter, and we got a Super Goalie. Alright.
Stay away from the summoner!
Huh.
You're a bad man!
Just the way he runs away is hilarious to me. But so unfortunately, we did get a armor drop, but it's for Wakka. So as you can see, auto regen and break HP limit, pretty nice. You like I said, we could get ribbon as well, and they come with 3 or 4 slots. I did forget that you could come in.
I hear Sin made a big mess of Bevel, eh?
talk to Gata.
Planes ringing with Luzu's laughter, I bet.
Where is... Just want to sell these equipment. The Dark Aeons are why you need high luck stats. All the other fights you can get away without having luck. Instead, have your evasion up, and you'll be fine in your accuracy. But if the Dark Aeon specifically, you need high luck so that you hit all the time. I forget where the item shop is. There we go. Okay, get rid of you, get rid of you. I don't remember if I showed it off, and I should have. Oops, I shouldn't have sold that break MP limit equipped. That way I could have showed, I think it's something like 3,000 is what I actually have. Okay, we'll save. Let's see, customize. I just want to see something. Oh, I could if I really wanted to just throw that on to show, but alright, boop, boop. Okay.
You're counting. Here we go.
Wrong one.
You're counting. Here we go.
There we go. So same thing. No encounters. so this is the closest save sphere. And then we gotta go this way. We have to head all the way down here. Where you see that person. And we see these guys hiding to sneak up on us. So if you say no, you're fine. If you say yes, this is what happens. Here is just Dark Ifrit. Huh. Yeah, she just leaves us. And this is Dark Ifrit. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll go check by the cliff. Mm-hmm. Such a creepy smile. Alright, so this is Dark Ifrit. He has 1.4 million HP, so quite a bit more than our Veil 4. So now you kind of see the upped difficulty, where Dark Veil 4 was similar to where the Monster Arena, how you first unlock some of the weaker monsters just to give you a kind of taste of what's to come. The difficulty ramps up immediately. And he has much higher stats, so he hits a lot harder, and he likes to counterattack. Its basic physical attack is its only attack that it takes into account your defensive stat. And it's used as a counter no matter what you use on him, as long as, whether it damages him or not. His base attack deals about 21,500 damage, which is, of course... Oh, I'm sorry. Meteor Strike he uses as well, just like our Ifrit, which deals about 21,500 as the base damage, and it's magic based, so it can be halved with shell, and it also very severely delays the next turn. And then that can be used on any turn when he doesn't have his Hellfire ready to go, which is his overdrive. And that does about 30,000 damage, roughly. So let's get to it. So So you can see with protect and my huge defensive stats, still getting hit for, you know, 5k. So this is where the max HP comes in, or just break HP limit comes in, whereas 2 hits, like those 2 hits would have killed Orin, or pretty much brought him in the hundreds of HP left. So Waka, their stats are high enough where they don't take max damage, but they still takes about 75k a hit, which is still a big chunk. And again, you could always, there's ways around these, you know, if it's about to use Hellfire, you can use, this one's hilarious.
Let's go.
And he gets eaten. Actually, I gotta fight one more. If you try to get into home, these guys, unfortunately, will tell you there's nothing left. It's completely blown up. Yeah. Meteor Strike is only a single digit attack, or single unit attack also. And you can also, if his overdrive gets up there, you could just summon an Aeon to tank the hit. It's another just easy way to do it. I'm just gonna use quick hit, so some change. We're just getting Waka's overdrive gauge back up. I did forget to mention, so common steal from Dark Ifrit was 2 Mega Phoenix, rare steals an elixir, Dark Matter as a common drop, and then Master Spheres as, or a Master Sphere as a rare drop. Fire Strike and Break damage limit are its 2 weapon slot abilities that it can drop. Which it drops something for Yuna. Yeah, Fire Strike. 3 to 4 slots always. Fire Eater and Break HP limit and Ribbon for its armor abilities that it can drop. Oops, went the wrong way. No biggie. So just get to the save sphere. Okay, next we have Dark Ixion. I showed Dark Ixion off in one of the other videos. I can't remember which one, unfortunately, at the moment. But I did show off when we did not have nearly stats like this. But
Here we go.
how much damage he did at the time. Okay, I'll just save. And he is in the north. Now this is when it really matters, because if you have now you start, Ribbon is just amazing, but if you start, when you start fighting these Dark Aeons, if you don't have luck and evasion adding up to over 290 together, which is why I was just checking my stats, just because I want to show that that's why we get luck to 233. Lulu just has insane evasion, and then we keep evasion at a minimum of 60, which 61 is the lowest. Then you would need sleep proof. Okay.
You heathen!
He runs away.
Something up there?
Let's go.
Kind of creepy how they just show up, but okay, so this is Dark Ixion. He has 1.2 million HP. You can steal 2 stamina tablet or 1 elixir. Drop are the same, dark matter or master sphere. Weapon abilities are lightning strike, break damage limit, lightning eater, break HP limit, or ribbon. He's weaker than Dark Ifrit a little bit. But what he trades in damage, or raw damage, like Dark Ifrit did, is he can give you status ailments. He has a blockable attack, which is funny because it is considered the most accurate blockable attack in the game. If you have over the 290 between evasion and luck, you have a 100% chance at evading its basic attack. Or its basic physical. You can actually escape from this battle, the only one that you can, which probably because you can accidentally talk to that guy, he's just there. It's probably like a failsafe where you can escape, and if you just randomly talk to him by by accident early, when you can, because I think it's actually Act 2 is when you can legitimately start. Well, you can start encountering the Dark Aeons. Shouldn't say legitimately beating them, but okay. So Dark Ixion uses basic physical as a counter, which obviously you see is why we have our high evasion and luck, so that we can dodge it. And it inflicts sleep, armor break, and mental break, which is also why you want to avoid getting hit by it if possible. It does have Thundaja, which actually... Yo, Umbros, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a wonderful stream, and hope you are doing well. So Thundaja, which is weird, is actually non-elemental. It's not thunder based, but it delays your turn, whoever it hits, and it uses Arrow Spark if its overdrive gauge gets filled, which is very heavy damage, and it removes all positive status effects that are not permanent, like auto haste and is permanent, so it can't remove those. So now you can see that he used Thundaja, and you can see in my turn order, Titus is all the way down there. If it does happen, I'm just going to let it happen. We'll rock with it. Okay. I wasn't sure, but... Seeing the, like I showed Balefors, I should have showed Ixion's, but it's literally the same as what we use, so. See, and then we got the rare drop, which is for the Overkill's 2 Master Spheres. And we got... just kind of disappears. Okay, so how this works is we can save, because we actually have to run and get him now. Lightning, thunder, all random encounters are disabled, and when you hear the lightning strike, you have to run to the spot to do another battle with him. So the first battle we got, which is unfortunately very likely, but a Genji Bracer, which is break HP limits for Oran. Okay, here we go. We just go after him. So the second battle is the exact same. So the overdrive, we've seen Arrow Spark, which is his other ability. The overdrive would have been, sorry, Thor's hammer, I misspoke thing. It was, my notes are jumbled. Yeah, just like it does when we use it. Nice. And it's a lot easier with Titus fighting too. Yeah. So the drops and stuff are the exact same. Let's see with Yuna. Awesome. I'll take it. There we go. So we need 3 more. One for Riku, Gamari, and Lulu. Alright, so now that is all done. It kind of stinks you don't get a second scene or anything. Like the first one, the guy, the first summoner, the adult dies, and then you have to fight the kid, and then the kid just vanishes. So, another thing I forgot to should have mentioned about the Dark Aeons when I was saying, you know, if their overdrive gauge gets filled and you need to tank a hit, you can do it with one of your own Aeons and have them tank it, or something that's really valuable to use in general if you need to, if you don't have the HP or you know, you're going to take a big hit. You can cast Auto Life. Auto Life is a huge, no pun intended, lifesaver in a lot of these fights. So
You're counting up.
sorry, we're just pausing. I'm trying to think. You have to get to the temple. And I kind of forget where that is sometimes. Okay, we get rid of the Rod of Fire. And we'll keep that, of course. Cool. Move, kid. The big hole where we all fell through. Okay. Do.
Fool! To come back to Makalania Temple, a traitor! Traitor! Find your salvation on the far plane!
So Dark Shiva is very, very fast. She has a lot of evasion. All of her attacks, too, they gave her are low ranks, so they have her turn come up very quickly again. And her agility is 255. But her HP is only 1.1 million, which is the lowest only to Dark Veil 4. Her physical defense is low too. She drops Ice Strike and break damage limit for weapons, Ice Eater, break HP limit, and Ribbon for armor, mana tablets for a common steel, elixir for rare, dark matter, and master sphere for common and rare drops respectively. So really, you want to make sure she has a normal physical attack, which again, just like Dark Ixion, removes positive effects. Of course, the auto ones aren't removed. She has Heavenly Strike, which damages plus it's an instant KO. You can either have Death Proof in your armor if you survive it, but it also can put you in Berserk and Confusion if you actually do. And then if it gets a full overdrive gauge, she uses Diamond Dust on her turn, and that has no status effect, but it'll hit the whole party for about 85,000 damage, and it cannot be reduced by any means except for if you cast an Aeon and you shield. So if she gets to that point, then we might summon an Aeon to tank that, but we'll see. So this is where it comes into play, where the max stats really start to show why you need them. You could also use Auto Phoenix too, as another one I kind of forgot about. In your armors, but your armor has such tight kind of slots that you need. It's hard to justify that. So, yikes. That's okay. We have, where are you? Full life. Alright, cool. So let's show off Diamond Dust. Again, I could have ended it with Waka's attack reels, or even Titus, or both of them combined, but this might be the last one I can show off. How much damage it does? Yeah, in the high 80s. And there you go, she's dead. Just because the other ones, even with that, you saw max. I have max HP, max defense, all max stats out. I have auto protect on, and damn, another Genji bracer. And these things just do not care. Their overdrives just completely ignore defense, and they do a whole ton of damage. Kind of stinks that I got another one for Waka, or Orin. It's funny though that you're back in the same mini game when you escape the temple the first time. The exact same enemy is super easy, but this is another one where there's not really a cutscene with the guy that summoned the Dark Aeon, which is kind of a bummer. He just stands there watching you. Like, usually when you defeat the Dark Aeon, something happens. This time, though, there is a ton of them. Probably get hit one more time. Yeah. Okay, that's Dark Shiva down. Not too many more to go. I'm not gonna fit all of this into one video. I'm going to stop after I show the Dark Yojimbo kind of grind. He's the best one to, because you fight him multiple times, and then you can actually leave and repeat the process if you're looking for specific equips and stuff. That was something I should have said. I know I kind of just remembered it now. But with the Dark Ixion fight, if you leave the Thunder Plains before defeating him the second time, when you come back, you have to defeat him again all over. So you have to start the beginning of the battle, the very first fight over, the whole shebang. So
You're counting.
okay.
Here we go.
Apologize for the loud noise. Unfortunately, it is summer where I am, so windows open and everyone driving around on motorcycles or loud cars. Okay. I usually go in order like this. You can, if you need to, go fight Dark Yojimbo if you're looking for ribbon equipment, if you haven't did the grind like I did with the Dark Matters and stuff. Because now it gets kind of pretty serious, kind of tough with status ailments and stuff, where there's multiple really, really tough ones to go to the dome. Love our airship just chilling. This is also why when we went back in right after we defeated Unalesca, we went right back in to get the sigil for Titus, or the crest for Titus. Okay. Here we go. Dark Bahamut just casually waiting for us. And this is what would have happened. So, Dark Bahamut. 4 million HP. Twin Stars is a common steel. Elixir is a rare. Dark Matter and Master Spheres. 1 MP cost. Double AP. Break damage limit. Abilities it can get in the weapons. Auto Protect. Break HP limit. And Ribbon can show up in armors. So, he looks pretty cool as a Dark Aeon. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. So, he's another one that it takes a lot of very high luck stat to just get some hits on him. So, his basic physical attack is used on all his turns when he doesn't have his full overdrive gauge. It does pretty heavy damage to one person. His overdrive, of course, is Mega Flare. It's actually not as strong as it seems, which is kind of weird. They should have made it really strong. It only does about 43,000 damage to the party, and it removes all, of course, the positive SAS effects. That's going to be just a normalcy. Of course, except auto life, and then any of the auto abilities that you have. Impulse is where it's a really big problem. Every 5th attack that damages him, he will use Impulse. It's really strong, but it also inflicts slow, which is why we have Auto Haste. But it also is Petrification, Power Break, Magic Break, Armor Break, and Mental Break to the whole party. And it very severely delays your next turn. And if any characters end up getting petrified, they'll also be shattered by Impulse, which completely removes them from the fight. So, sounds fun, right? So if you have the stats that I do, you're in the armors, which is Ribbon and Auto Haste with Auto Protect, and then obviously max HP, you're pretty fine. You can summon an Aeon. if you want to, you know, to, like I said, as just basically to soak up damage. Make sure to dispel yourself if impulse hits, because you'll have the brakes on you. You don't want those to be around when Bahamut uses Mega Flare, because that will kill you. Funny thing is, if you use the trio of 9,999, which is a mix from Riku, you can use Prey and Albed potions, which will heal the party for 9,999 every time, which is awesome. But that's pretty much it. And I might tank, or cast auto life. Okay, so we want to cast dispel. Dispel. And again, even with, that's one thing, like I said, with these types of fights, is that we have max stats. There's nothing else we can do to do more damage. You know, protect ourselves more. Anything like that. So these fights start to get significant in terms of strategy, and you know, you can't just necessarily go all out, because if I didn't heal, the breaks, especially the armor break, and his attacks would be doing a whole heck of a lot. Because your armor break is just like when we use it, it completely makes your, I believe it makes your defense stat 1. So you take full stat, or full, you get hit with like the max you can get. So I think Impulse might be next. We'll just wait out Mega Flare. One way to kill a lot of these Aeons, which I don't like to do because it is cheesy, but also grinding to max stats is ridiculously painful. You can use Zemato with Yojimbo. That should be fine. Yep, I was right, okay. I'm gonna heal up a bit. We'll just cure ourselves back to max, and we'll continue. The other thing you can do too, which is kind of cheesy, it takes a while, but you can, as you can see, counterattacks don't count towards the physical hits on Bahamut, the 5. So what you can actually do is, in this party like I do, with their celestial weapons of Waka, Titus, and you could, you know, in Orin, is just sit here and let Bahamut attack you, because they'll only use his physical attacks, and just counterattack them. So that's another kind of like cheesy way to do it. Okay, that's impulse. Another way too is like right now I just wouldn't attack. You can see too these fights are starting to get longer, of course, because that's a huge jump, right? 1.4 for Ifrit, 1.2 for Ixion, 1.1 for Shiva, and then a whopping 4 million for Bahamut. He's at about the halfway point. You can see he's slouched over. Okay, so now you're probably going to see, right, he's been doing about 6k damage. And that's what happens if you don't time impulse properly. So like I said, you could still definitely get yourself in trouble. Because like I said, they hit extremely hard, especially with, you know, no stats. Or when you have no stats, especially defensive. So definitely have to be careful. And I'm glad I got to show that off, because if you are careless, like I kind of was a little bit, then yeah, you can see how the fight can get very out of hand very quickly. why you have to dispel impulse so quickly, or make sure you do. Alright, we should be good. Okay, we're not gonna attack. We're gonna wait. Because impulse should be coming. And I don't think I had enough time to make sure everybody was healthy for another Mega Flare. Here's impulse, that's why I waited. Alright, I'm gonna start healing because I think impulse is gonna come out again. Three. There we go. That is Dark Bahamut. So cool too with the stuff in the background. Alright, so we got Soul of Mog, double overdrive, break damage limit. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to show off what I'm going to do. I guess I'm going to try to do off stream, but I'm going to keep it We'll try to do it off stream. Okay. We'll see how it goes. I could get lucky. So I need 3 more. Okay.
You're counting on it.
We want to go to the Comlands.
Here we go.
So we need to go to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. Okay. Do. Alright, we can actually, I believe we can teleport to the back. Okay. Oh, oops.
You are a fading dream, but one touched by reality. Spirit will not forget its reality, nor the one who saved it. Run, dream, run on. Pass beyond the waking, and walk into the daylight.
Sorry, I forgot all about that. To go back there to see that cutscene. Okay. Here we go. And then we see this guy just leisurely walking, and we're waiting, we're waiting. Okay, this first fight is always ambushed. So this is Dark Yojimbo. 1.6 million HP, stamina tonics, and elixirs for common or for steals, dark matter, master spheres for drops, of course. Weapons can drop a counterattack, magic counter, overdrive to AP, break damage limit. Armor is curse proof, break HP limit, and a ribbon. So this is another kind of quote unquote easiest way to get ribbon armors for everyone else, which isn't really a big deal because you just pick 3 and you're all set. But it is the best way or fastest way to get break HP limit equipment for everyone. He has, because it's either him or Nemesis, really, and Dark Yojimbo clearly has a way less HP. Defense is the Nemesis. So Dark Yojimbo has all the same attacks as ours does, of course. Daigoro is his weakest attack, but it inflicts petrification. And if you have stone proof, it also inflicts poison. But as long as you have ribbon or your proofs, you're fine. Kazuka is a damage plus slow, power break, armor break, all the good stuff to one person. And Watakashi is just damage, but it is stronger than Daigoro and Kazuka, and it's a whole party thing. And then if you let his overdrive gauge fill, his next turn will be Zemato. So you need to summon an Aeon to block that because you will die. That's the only way around it, or kill him before he uses it. So Yojimbo is tough and similar to the other Dark Aeons. Unless your stats are up there, he will one-shot you. Auto Phoenix, Auto Haste, of course, Auto Protector, awesome, Ribbon. You could even use something like the Magus Sisters here. Okay, so Daigoro, you want to immediately... Oh, sorry, that was petrification and poison. Got it. Kazuka is the other one. You can see his overdrive gauge doesn't fill up very quickly, for a good reason, of course. And you can see he's already pretty weak. Do that just in case, but don't think I need it. And doesn't even get halfway. His bar doesn't even get halfway full. Quite a bit easier than Dark Bahamut. Nice. So that's an awesome win. We get Kimari. Cool. So the reason this is such a kind of, I guess, easy way to do things, you saw how easy the battle was, right? He hit me twice, and he was dead. You can repeat these battles over and over with him, as long as you don't defeat him 5 times as he's running out of the cave. So all the battles are identical. You can reset this situation, reset the encounters by saving your game and then reloading the save, exiting the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, or you can use the Blitzball menu. But just using the save sphere, you make sure that that doesn't actually reset anything. The only difference is there's no forced ambush on the rest of the battles. And he can get to his overdrive gauge a little bit faster, but as you can see, it barely got to halfway, so so there's a save sphere right here where you can save, and again, you actually have to reload your save, or you can just board the airship, play Blitzball, leave, whatever. This is the second battle. So we need Riku and Lulu. That's it. And the battles are identical. So there's that. That's 2. Or Dagoro just stays there. No way. Oh, let's go. And I got a ribbon on it too. Awesome. Alright, so... Oh. That's not good. I'll have to fix that. Riku is 20 HP short. That's not good. I'll fix that. Okay, so we need Lulu, and that's it. It's probably just taking out MP Sphere. I'll wait till Lulu is gets hers, so that's good. So we're 2 for 2. There's number 3. Alright, that's 3, so we'll do one more. And then we'll reset if we have to. Okay. So we got a weapon for Orin. Magic counter. Meh. Okay, so we save. Let's see if I run back here. Okay. Cool. That's it. That's how simple it is to reset this. Like I said, we just need Lulu to get break HP limit, armor, and we'll be all set. And the fights are exactly the same. I think this one will be, or yes, this one will be an ambush. Oh, I'm sorry. I know what you used to, just wasn't paying attention. Cool. Got some Master Spheres. This one is magic counter and counter attack. That's cool. Alright, that's some equipment for Waka. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna try this two more battles, and then if that doesn't work, I'll cut it here. And we'll pick it back up in the next episode, because this is all I'm going to do. If anything, I'll cut it, and then I'll show you in the next episode, and we'll just continue from here. I'll fight all the battles all over again in the next one anyway, as we continue on. Oh, what is that? Ribbon curse proof, but no HP. Boo. That's good. Daigoro is probably the best attack for him to use because it's quicker and it gets a counter attack, so it's one less attack I have to do. It speeds up the battle. And finished. Okay, so I'm missing 1 HP bar. Alright, well that works out perfect then because we'll just finish it now. That's great then. So the other thing you can get, and obviously this is one of the best ways to farm, is Master Spheres, which activates any node on the sphere grid. We don't need to farm those anymore. And Dark Matter. I mean, if you really want to farm Dark Matter, I would say this is the best way because it's a common drop, and you get 2 every time. But you can sit there and also just farm them how I did the last time, where you're fighting whatever it is, the monster arena creation guy that goes down in 1 hit. I can't think of the name at the moment, the exact name, but it's a little sprout guy. If you really want 99 Dark Matter again, like if you're trying for a all 99 item completion or something, but we're good there. Okay, so let's finish this off then. This is it. Like I said, I don't need ribbon for everyone. Through this is plenty. This is my team. But that's the other thing. If you really want to get ribbon for everyone, this is the best way to do that too. Like, cause he's just like, all right. Okay. What do we get from here? Break damage limit and counterattack. That's cool. Alright, so that's it. Let's go over here, because I want to save. Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. Let's go to sphere grid. I want to just see something. Okay. So it was a magic sphere. Let me go. HP. There we go. Much better. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, because it's going to annoy me, is just get my power spheres back and sell some stuff. To the bell. There we go. Do. That I already have. That's funny. Counterattack actually lowers the sell rate on it. Sure, we'll keep that ribbon and curse proof. That's pretty redundant, unfortunately. But sure, we'll just keep all that stuff. Oh yeah, you don't need that. Sure, whatever. sleep sprout. That's what I was trying to get at. There we go. Alright, that's where we're going to end it. It's a good spot because the next, the rest of the super bosses are going to take quite a bit more time. But I want to thank you all for watching these videos, especially if you're really enjoying the series. We're almost done, only a few more, but it has been a long ride to get here, 142 hours. But thank you very much for checking out these videos. As always, if you could be so kind, if you're watching these on YouTube, to like and subscribe and comment on the video, that would be amazing. It really helps the algorithm, and it takes, you know, less than a minute to do that, and it greatly helps grow the channel. And if you are so inclined to want to watch a live stream, that information is also in the description as always of every video. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. I truly do. Thank you so much. Have a good one.